The National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure, NATJOINTS, is currently briefing the IEC and registered political parties on possible disruptions, during the special voting process. The NATJOINTS co-chair, General Tebello Mosikili, also providing an update on their readiness for tomorrow's elections. Our reporter, Juniour Khumalo, at the IEC Results Operations Centre. Juniour, good afternoon to you. What news there this afternoon so far?
Good afternoon to you, Stephen, and good afternoon to our viewers. As you've already rightly put it, the NATJOINTS is actually addressing the IEC as well as the political parties that are going to be taking part in this year's elections, about 70 of them today, as well as the independent candidates. So their representatives are actually in that meeting. The meeting started at about 3:30 this afternoon. So they are getting a briefing on the situation that happened in the Eastern Cape in particular, in terms of those 107 voting stations that failed to open their doors yesterday. So I'm sure the briefing is about whether today they managed to open those doors and they managed to have those South Africans who had been granted the permission to cast the special votes, whether they managed to do that today. But another issue that has actually been raised by the political parties that we spoke to earlier was the issue of that indelible ink that was being used for individuals who cast their votes. Some of the political parties have been complaining that that ink is actually washing away individuals that voted yesterday already don't have that ink on their fingers. So that's another issue that is actually going to be addressed during this meeting by the IEC as well when they do brief those political parties. But also we do expect that security cluster to speak about the readiness for tomorrow, because we know that the rest of the over 27 million registered voters are going to be going to the polls tomorrow and casting their votes. So that's going to be an even bigger undertaking for the IEC, who have been marred by those disruptions that happened on the first and on the second day of the special vote registration voter that happened over the past 2 days. So we do expect the IEC actually to brief the media after engaging with the NATJOINTS and engaging with the political parties, Stephen.